Welcome back, everyone. So we're going to take a look at the Paladin. So I do believe this is the Paladin. It was updated by Tristpone, which I appreciate him putting that together. I am one of the channel members for him. I will link a description to his channel so you can go take a look at it. He does great content and does some vehicle rendering and stuff like that as well. He just recently did the E1. He's also got the Galaxy. If you become a channel member, you can take a look at the Galaxy. I actually haven't taken time to look at that yet as a channel member, but it's a cool concept. And anyways, I'll put a link in the description for his channel. That being said, I appreciate him for kind of cleaning up these images. These are from the commercial breaks during IAE so far. Obviously, the ship will be out and be announced probably in about 12 hours, so a little more than that. So it's kind of late in the day for me to doing this. I don't know if I'll bring this video down once that comes out and then do like maybe a follow-up. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of share some thoughts. So this is going to look largely like the Valkyrie. So if I actually flip over to the second image, we can see here this front end. It was so much like a Valkyrie. I just thought this was a Valkyrie, no big deal. No, like you can see here, this gun is huge. And then this back here, you can see the cutout like the other image. So this is not the Valkyrie. So will it be announced as a Valkyrie variant? It could be. It could be possibly just a Valkyrie variant. But I think and it could be. It's hard to say, like, how much of a variant does it need to be in order for it to actually be a variant, or does it need to be a new ship? At any rate, when we look back here, it has a kind of cutout comparatively. We'll take a look at the Valkyrie in a second, and I'll kind of compare that. But this being opened up, so you're kind of losing that vehicle potentially transport capability. There might be an ability to actually still put, because the people actually are fairly under the cockpit up here. So unless they add more people or more seats, there might be a little chance for a smaller vehicle than what the Valkyrie currently offers. At any rate, the other thing is sizing here. What I'd love to see is these wings, and I'll put a little video here where I can show the transformation of I've shown this to other people, but Starship Troopers did a TV show a long time ago, animated one, and I've slowed it down in here, but at the end of the day, it does kind of do a transforming thing. That's something that's missing big in Star Citizen, is having a dropship that can actually fit into another ship. Like, I think the Legionnaire might be able to fill that gap, but they're holding on to Legionnaire for gameplay hack, and they need to get rid of that mindset. They need to just release that bad boy, because we need a dropship that can go in from, or pop out of a hangar like the Polaris or something, and then go to drop in on another ship, hacking or no hacking otherwise. So the reason I bring up that Starship Troopers clip is because these wings potentially would be great if these could fold here, and then, you can see this little empty space here. Possibly this turret can kind of go in along with that. And then these wings, it would be great to have them go out and then in as a cycle. Obviously, the landing gear's down, so it doesn't do that natively. Additionally, you can see sizing. These look like people here. So this is a pretty big boat, much like the Valkyrie is. Maybe even bigger than the Valkyrie. I hope not, but there's a chance it is, unless they're looking for a straight up gunship and not really a dropship. But I'm thinking this is a dropship variant. Again, I would love to see, I think there's a real big space for a Terrapin sized dropship where you can actually put it on another ship and then do a drop on someone else. Big gun here. So this looks like, I was originally, a lot of people were saying like size 5. It actually may be size 5. It's quad, but the reason I say that about the sizing, I originally was saying, it's no more than probably a size 4. But if you look at the size 4 here, obviously the sizing is different, so it's hard to tell. But I don't know. These don't look as big as I would expect them. Obviously, this turret itself is huge compared to the other turret, but I don't know. Like, it's got to at least have this part of the turret, and the gun is going along with the turret there. So it's hard to tell. But if you then look at this turret here, like, this is huge. Either this is not actually a turret, although I think it is. If I look at the other image here, it looks like there's enough room up here for a person. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking, this is too blurry to really tell much, except for the fact that it looks like a Valkyrie. Shy of that, like, there's not much else to be made of. Obviously, I just dismissed this originally as a Valkyrie, but it has the kind of wing sloping here, and then it has the cutout here. So again, if I go to the Valkyrie now, we'll take a look at that. Really, what you're looking at here is the Paladin would be the Liberator without, or the Valkyrie. There is a Liberator variant as well, but it'll be the Valkyrie without this part here. And so you're losing, what is it, probably half of this triangular piece here, which is useless anyways in the Valkyrie because of the way the ramp's set up. You can't like put a vehicle in there. It's useless storage. So at the end of the day, this part here is null and void, like a fair amount of this, because of the way the ramp's set up. Like, you can't put a vehicle in here. at any rate, you could still put a vehicle obviously in the Valkyrie, but there's a ramp. This ramp part here, this whole section right here of the Valkyrie is useless because of the triangular nature of this dock, not dock, but the ramp. So also another good thing though with this new change, it could be a gold standard for the Valkyrie. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I like the Valkyrie. I just refuse to pay the Valkyrie pricing. I don't recall what the sizing on the turrets is for the Valkyrie. I think it's probably size 3 up here, and you can see it's relatively small. Again, these turrets are huge. So I don't think this has to do with nerfing of like the Redeemer and stuff. Some people will probably say that in the comments, and that's fine. And that could be their opinion, but these aren't even ground-based turrets. These are meant for like air combat. So this seems like a boarding ship more so than just a ground. I mean, it could be a ground drop ship. We don't even know if it carries people yet, but if it's looking to be a Valkyrie variant, it looks like it's probably, or Valkyrie-esque, which it is. I feel like it'll probably keep the drop pod or like the drop people component. Drop pod, like Atlas or ATLS, like drop pod type of mech suits to go along with it. That would be awesome as well. At any rate, that's about it. Again, would love to see this kind of transformation feature. I'd love this to be small enough, but again, these little people down here, I don't think it'll be a small ship, which is unfortunate. I would love to see it be a competitive or competitor against like the Connie class. If this could be something like I'd like to see Anvil have. I think each of the manufacturers should have a small starter, which they're coming along line pretty much to have. I'd love it to see them have a medium ship, like the Zeuses and the Spirit, and then have it have a large ship that competes the Connies, the Drake. Yeah, just I'd love to see those kinds of the Drake Corsair, a lot of those competitive options. I'd love to see that kind of optioning for small, medium, and large, because that's what most people will probably be in most of the time. And I'd love to have them be competitive in pricing based upon what they can offer. I don't think that's what this will end up being, but looks like an interesting ship. I think it'll probably be overpriced, unfortunately. But yeah, look forward to it. I like the VTOL setup here. We'll just have to see tomorrow what they end up coming up with. What is this meant to do? Obviously, it's these size 4. I don't know if these will be... It might be having the seats on the inside, so there might be no pilot-controlled weapons. We might find these 4 are pilot-controlled, and then, again, this may not even have to have a person in here. It might be something where the seats in here, like the current Valkyrie, where they might be controlled by another person in here. At any rate, look forward to see what it looks like tomorrow. I look forward to it, but I also don't look forward to potentially the pricing. I do understand that pricing has kind of gone up due to inflation and whatnot, but... Yeah, I've always liked the Valkyrie, but again, I'm not feeling like this is probably going to be a cheaper version of the Valkyrie, unfortunately. And that's unfortunate. I'd love to see a small Valkyrie that can fit in something like the Polaris. That would be really sweet. So that might be coming in the Legionnaire, but I'd just like them to release it at this point then and not hold it for hacking gameplay. Anyways, thank you all for checking out the video. That'll be it for today, and then I'll probably do a follow-up tomorrow if I have time. And appreciate y'all checking out the video. Catch y'all next time. Peace.